What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today we are going to be doing attempt number 2 at our episode 5, the tour of the United States. We're going to be in the ERJ, well actually the Embraer Legacy 650. This is very similar in size to the ERJ 135. We did try this flight earlier. We had some technical difficulties with the internet and the stream cut out. If it happens again today, I've got the stream set to record, and I'll just upload the video after the fact. But we haven't got anything here. We're going to be flying with VATSIM. We got, taking a look, we got coverage Washington Center online. So, without further ado, let's just jump into the cockpit here and begin getting everything set up. So, we'll get our APU powered on. Looks good here. Overhead panel lights, turn that up. We're gonna arm our emergency light. Okay. Alright. So we'll jump down into this. We're gonna initialize our FMC. Our call sign today is going to be EJA, so we're ExecJet 1848. This flight is flown by this company, so this is the only thing that actually goes from Raleigh-Durham up to Richmond. So of course we're going to go with what is as realistic as possible. We're expecting 2-3 right on the Bexco with the level transition, and it's a very short flight into Richmond. We're expecting the we're going to ask for the ILS if we don't get it. And we're going to go NEAVL. So looking at that, looks perfect there. And that looks good as well. We don't have any waypoints. The only waypoint we have along our route is what do you call it? The level LVL, which I believe is actually an airport. Yeah, Lawrenceville, Brunswick. So that's what that is. Going into our chart here. Just want to look at everything we need to see. We're going to be at flight level 190, so 19,000. And as you can see, here's our flight plan, which is what we got in there. Estimated passengers is 13. And we have 4,107 pounds of fuel on board today. So 13 passengers on board. And we have 4,107. You got our trim value of 6. Our VREF speeds. Our cruise today, if we go and look at that, is, let's get our top of climb on here. 0.68, 246.43. 0.68. This is a very short flight. 246.43, and let's check our. Oops. Okay, that looks good. So let's go to flight plan and execute that. And we're gonna go into our radio here and let's check where center is 13275. Perfect. Put that down there. Let's first get connected to it. Get connected there. Well, let's make sure that we go onto FMS mode. Actually, let's
7434 leaving United States in descent and soft line risks terminate frequency change through. Have a good day.
Let's check real quick. Get all this stuff set up the way it needs to be. Turn on our window heat, our seatbelt sign, no smoking sign, APU bleed. We'll go flaps into the 9 position. And you can see those are going down. And then let's check our altimeter real quick, even though we'll likely get it. 3026. looking at our approach real quick, I want to just take a look at airport. It's likely to change, but I just want to get everything set up in there. Arrival, we're going to do the ducks 4. Approach is going to be ILS for 3-4. So our approach course is 337. Unknown 0.7. 0.7. Not sure what that stuff is there. Approach course is 337. Just want to get both of these programmed in for that. Then we'll go to FMS. Our flight plan looks good there. So let's turn on our flight directors.
Juliet, have a good day.
Again, Juliet, what's on 3017 today?
Washington Center, ExecJet 1848, looking for IFR from Raleigh-Durham up to Richmond.
Step up.
Center, Delta 125, and request IFR to Raleigh.
Delta 125, Washington, request my number 2. Jet 1848, I'll send the PDC real quick if it can take.
Roger, we'll expect the PVC ExecJet 1848. Okay, there is our information.
US calling for clearance again?
So transponder is 0505. Approved.
Delta 125, I'll also send the PDC.
Roger that.
Maintain 7,000.
Scandinavia 925, heavy ready for descent.
Scandinavian 925 to 70 Hyper 7 arrival, expecting visual runway 1 right approach, the Dallas altimeter 3026.
Descent via Hyper 7, expectant 1 right and 3026 for altimeter Scandinavian 925.
Unit 23, leaving airspace, Indy Center offline, radar service terminated for extension. Crew, have a good day.
Our Unicom for United 23, we'll see.
Alright, so let's get our engines ready to go. Both of them fired up there.
2020, Washington, good evening, request by number 1.
2020.
Route 1650, route to contact 15 miles northwest the 11 City View for level 340, welcome aboard.
54 through route 1650.
Who's calling for clearance to come in again, or?
Washington Center, ExecJet, 1848 at Raleigh Durham, looking for taxi to 23 right.
ExecJet 1848, Homo Charlie, runway 23 red, taxi Foxtrot 1. Foxtrot.
23 right via Foxtrot 1, Foxtrot, ExecJet 1848.
Who's calling for clearance again?
Alright, let's go.
2220.
So directly in front of us is Foxtrot 1, and this jet is very small, so I don't have to add in any.
ExecJet 1848, please disregard that.
Roger, ExecJet 1848.
South 3, disseminating 4,000.
Alright, Southwest Street down to 4,000.
So while we're taxiing, we're just going to do a takeoff check.
Takeoff okay.
Looks good there.
Number 7 Lima, the Manteo, Dare County, altimeter 3031.
Let's put our pressurization up to 19,000.
73,
This freaking. I really hate that they added this in there. I mean, my frames are at 19. I can't seem to get it to improve either.
Clear for the visual, 33 left, Southwest Street.
That's Bravo 7. So we're almost at the end here. We're gonna go out on Bravo 7 because we had plenty of. Center, ExecJet 1848 holding short, Bravo 723 right.
considered 1848, wind 2107, runway 23 right, clear for takeoff, flatter heading.
23 right, clear for takeoff, flat runway heading, ExecJet 1848. So it's 234 is our heading. So real quick, let's get that punched in to the autopilot. 234, just so we have it in there. I'll go 40%. Let's turn off our dome lights. And we'll go toga.
73, wind 3306, runway 33 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, 33 left, southwest raisings.
rotate. V2.
Correction, November 79 Lima, you're way far away from my transceiver. I can barely hear you.
All right. Yeah, we can get a nice outside view.
Washington Center, United 3468.
United 3468.
United 3468.
Thanks for joining there, Carson.
Roman Reagan International requesting IFR to New York file.
United 3468 to Washington. Expect BBC in 1 second.
Keep disconnecting from the VATSIM. Center ExecJet 1848 climbing through 4000. Center ExecJet 1848 climbing through 4000.
ExecJet 1848 radar contact climb maintains level 190 whenever proceed to Lawrenceville to resume navigation.
Roger up to 190 and resume on navigation. ExecJet 1848.
Southwest 2220 ready to taxi.
Alright, so we'll go into nav mode here.
2220 right 23 left taxi Alpha.
23 left taxi.
And then let's go 19.
Center American 9980 requesting IFR to Atlanta.
American A 9980 Washington action request event number 1 send BBC.
Here's a little flyby for you.
80 Roger, thanks. That's a 135 ready for taxi.
So we're flying up to Richmond Airport. It's a short flight. It's only about 30 minutes of airtime. If we take a look here at our performance, we might be able to see we've got 28 minutes left. Very short flight. Let's go to our flight plan here. Forgot to execute that.
GPS 7404 contact Boston Center 134.7. Have a good day.
Oh man, that's a tough one there, Carson. I love flying, so I mean, it depends on really what you're looking for. I mean, if you want as full realism as you can get, I mean, the Zebo is probably one of the best out there. 737. I like flying the ERJ family planes. They're all very similar to this. There's about 4 of them that you get with that package, and it's all the same layout as this plane here. And they're really simple to fly, and once you get the hang of it, I enjoy flying these as well. And my most recent plane is the Flight Factor 757, which I actually flew a couple flights with that, just testing it out and getting familiarized with it, and I really enjoyed that. So I mean, it's hard to just pick one plane. It just depends on what you're looking for.
72220, wind 2107, runway with 22 true left, clear for takeoff, flyer heading.
Personally, I don't fly really any of the default planes that come with X-Plane. Everything I have is switch off our taxi and landing lights there. Everything I have is aftermarket stuff that I've paid for, or you know, with the Zebo gotten for free. But that's a tough question. Now, if I were actually a real airline pilot, I think obviously I'd probably go with whatever plane I was actually flying, but as a simmer, I enjoy flying all of them. 757, I've only flown 2 flights in it. The next flight in this series is actually going to be from Richmond up to Baltimore, and then we're going to be flying in the 757, so stay tuned for that. If you want to subscribe to the channel, you'll get notified when that comes out. I might be releasing that video either on a live stream this Wednesday night, or maybe Friday. We'll see.
Delta 2038 Washington Center, that's an clear. Good evening, clear for question number 1. Thanks, and good evening.
So I recently got ActiveSkyXP, and I gotta say that the sky just looks amazing. I mean, the difference in the clouds and the stars, I mean, everything. It just looks so much more realistic.
Road 1650 Washington Center.
Let's increase our speed here if we can. Oops.
Delta 2220 to contact the altitude.
1,800 Southwest 2220.
Delta 2220, Roger, climb, maintain level true 60.
Get some speed on this.
Southwest 2220. Ian Center, American 9980.
Oh, it doesn't want to take it.
9980.
I appreciate that. I might need some guidance the next time I
Big Southwest 2220 pursuit.
fly that 757. Like I said, I've only done 2 flights with it, so still learning how to use it. The first flight I actually did, I didn't even get to land the plane. I was fighting the storms that were coming across the United States, and the power went out on a final approach. So hopefully we'll do a little bit better on our next flight with that plane. It's 1,000 from our cruise altitude and 19,000. Extremely short flight.
243 Washington, good. That's in route contact as reported, squad 0511.
0511, 243. Then at that 125, ready for departure.
So we're a little ways out from NEAVL, but we got to be at 11,000 there. See if we can take a look at the map and see where we're at.
Delta 125, wind 3306, runway 28, clear for takeoff.
28 clear for takeoff. Delta 125.
So let's hit our cruise button here.
Washington Center, Presidential 56, coming from spot 80, short of Zulu. We'd like to go to the south holding pad for de-icing.
Cabin altitude warning. Did I forget to turn something? Oh. Oops.
Right, taxi via Zulu to the south holding pad, Presidential 56.
Forgot to turn on our packs.
Road 1650, Washington Center. JetBlue 1833, you are never in my airspace, but fine. Fitness of terminated for station through. Have a good day.
Yeah, I also have the 767, which I haven't even flown. I've only flown that one time, and I think it's pretty similar to the 757. I also have the 777, which is also, I mean, all the flight factor planes are pretty close to that, so.
Washington Center.
I don't have any Airbus planes yet, though. I've been trying to get my all my Boeing planes. Now, if you know how to fly the rotate MG80, I could use some pointers on that one because I cannot figure out how to fly that thing at all. That plane has stumped me, and I haven't really found any good videos on training on how to do that.
72 Washington, good afternoon, climb next level 230. You know, as it is 872, climb maintain for level 410. 386 Washington Center, good afternoon. Good evening, Wolf Board.
Good evening, W386.
Center Delta 125 and CW.
I really should stop buying planes because Flight Sim 2020, but you gotta enjoy this while we haven't. We don't really know what to expect with Flight Sim 2020. Tolis does have some good planes, I've heard. I'm just so familiar with Boeing that I haven't ventured out into the world of Airbus just yet. But I think once I get the 787, that'll be my last Boeing plane. I'll start buying some of the Airbus planes. They're a lot cheaper too, so hopefully the quality is as good as Flight Factors, but I've never flown one, so no clue. Some of the videos I've seen, they seem to be pretty good. I wanted to bring my speed up, I forgot about that. See if we can't get over here a little bit quicker. About to hit our max speed here, so we're gonna put this into VS mode and just go 300. Or I mean IAS. So in real life, this plane doesn't actually have auto throttle, but the developers added in this little button right here, which is for auto throttle. It took me a couple of flights to figure that out, and I was reading through the manual just to make sure that I've got everything doing it correctly, and I read that they had an auto throttle, which has taken so much work off of me. You don't realize how much workload you have when you got to pay attention to the throttle and the speed and everything on your final descent. It's not too bad in the cruise phase, but so let's take a look at our FMC here and see what we got, or FMS, whatever you call this thing. So we're only 91 miles out from
801 Delta Mike, flight level 370.
Richmond.
Over 801 Delta Mike, Washington, good evening, squawk it in.
Delta Mike.
I was flying this flight earlier and I had some network issues, the stream cut out. Hopefully, knock on wood, that this doesn't happen again. But I finished the flight offline, reconnected the VATSIM once I got internet, and it was terrible guidance into the airport. And then we had an airplane come out on the runway, had to go around. So hopefully the approach will be a little bit better here.
Good evening, Wolf Board.
Let's do another flyby, now that we're at our cruise altitude.
Washington Center, Delta 2038,
Skylake pretty cool behind you.
Ready to push.
2038, push to start, approval phase south.
Man, that is an awesome view.
Push is not facing south, Delta 2038.
I mean, look at the stars.
Good evening, UPS 45, flight level 300, we're about 10 north of Florence.
Yes, 145 to contact, reported, welcome aboard.
We should be actually beginning our descent here pretty soon.
Washington Center, Challenge Cargo 357 Heavy with you, flight level 360.
Challenge Cargo 357 Washington, good evening, welcome aboard.
I'm gonna get ready for that.
3468, gate 22 at Reagan, looking for departure, ready for push and start.
Yeah, 3468, pushing from Kilo to Peru, face south, expect runway 1 for departure.
Face south at Kilo, runway 1 for departure, cleared to push, United 3468.
Okay, 9980, ready for departure, runway 23 right.
I'm not even sure. I'm gonna have to actually pull up and see
American 9980,
what planes they have. I don't even know.
Left clear, correction 23 right clear for takeoff, flight heading.
Runway heading 23 right, clear for takeoff, American 9980.
Take a look at the X-Plane store here.
ExecJet 1848, Washington.
ExecJet 1848.
Here's 1848, pilot direction, just maintain 10,000, the Richmond altimeter, true 025.
Roger, we'll, at our discretion, we'll descend 10,000, and we have those numbers to ExecJet 1848. So we're going to go ahead and just...
1848, say approach request.
We're looking to get ILS for 3-4 if possible.
ExecJet 1848, expect the Alpha range 34 approach.
Sweet, so he's going to give us what we want. So we'll let that slow down here a bit. Let's go and check out some of our Airbus. So it looks like they got A310, A320, A319, A320 Neo, the 321, a 330, 350, and a 380. Is jar design not very good? They had a jar design 330.
Performing as expected, so thanks for the great ATC, thanks for flying with me.
872, no problem, have a good night.
Actually, I think I heard that that was very buggy, if I'm not mistaken. Tolus is the better one, I think, right?
Yeah, Center American 9980, off of 23 right, 3.1 for 7,000, runway heading.
American 9980, for contact climb maintain for level 280, and then whenever proceed to Qatar, join the departure.
Direct cater, join the departure of the flight level 280, American 9980.
Yeah, I thought I heard that that was a little bit buggy.
Washington Center, November 801 Delta Mike, request slower.
So we need to be
1 Delta Mike, 70, runway 6 arrival, expected
10,000 in NEAVL.
approach the Baltimore altimeter, true 025.
Then via the Raven, 6 arrival, expect 33 left, and altimeter 30.
We're gonna throw some flaps in there.
1 Delta Mike.
Scandinavia,
Or spoilers, I mean.
Scandinavia 925 heavy, descend maintain 3000.
Descent maintain 3,000, Scandinavia mounted.
Southwest 2220, leaving our straight stations and our soft line, radar is terminated, first station crew, have a good night.
Autopilot, let's go 250. Well, actually, this plane doesn't like 250. Overspeed this, so we'll go 240. We'll slow it down. Oh, you can't forget about Z-Bow either. I think we're gonna have to drop our speed down here a little bit more. We'll go 3,000.
Good night, 3468, ready to taxi, runway 1.
Trying to get that 10,000 mark.
Yeah, 3460. Runway 1 taxi Kilo Golf Juliet, crossing 4.
Kilo Golf Juliet cross runway 4, United 3468.
Washington Center, 1 Delta Mike with a question.
1 Delta Mike, go ahead.
We just had traffic go below us. Are they paused or am I just really fast?
1 Delta Mike. Yeah, I did not talk to that traffic.
Get our landing lights on.
Use a level 350.
Alright, just wondered for 1 Delta Mike, 4 descending.
Hopefully we can get some better
I should let you know before that was a vacation.
vectors. So let's take a look here what we got. Yeah, I mean that's a $70 or $61 plane there to try out, so I mean it's functional.
1848 turn right into the over to find out that's maintaining 4,000.
Down to 4,000 and right to 080, ExecJet 1848. Alright, so we go 080 and we'll go heading mode and we're going 4,000. And then let's hit flight change there. And I actually want to go vertical speed again. I want to just get this plane down a little bit lower, quicker. Not deal with it be over too high.
Route 1650 Washington Center.
1650, go ahead.
Route 1650 showing you at level 336. Can you check your altimeter, please? American 9980 kind of.
Man, this stupid thing. I hate that VATSIM added in this FPS
Thanks a lot.
disconnect.
Delta 3, Indy 67 to Cat 3 arrival. Expect the
Below 10,000 I just
one approach.
I set it at 19 frames. I don't know why. I have lowered my graphics settings and everything. When's that new tool supposed to come out?
Delta 386.
God, man.
Heading 310 back to fly now. Breakfast to fly, 45.
Heading 310 back to final. Scandinavian 925.
I don't understand how we can have.
DC Center, good afternoon. Delta 1738 checking in off level 370.
Delta 1730 Washington Center, good evening, welcome aboard.
Jesus. I need to figure out how to improve my frames here.
United 3468, hold short, runway 1, are ready for departure.
Unit 3468, West 36, or West 11, runway 3, Christian runway 1, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 1, United 3468.
Scandinavian 925 heavy, field if you were 2 o'clock, 11 miles, report field inside.
Reporting Airport inside Scandinavian.
So I think that's the airport right there.
Scandinavian 925, heavy clear visual runway 1 right approach.
Clear visual 1 right, Scandinavian 925. Enter Delta 2038, ready for taxi to runway 1.
Delta 2038, runway 1, taxi at Papa
Yeah, that's the airport right
Charlie
there.
Alpha Juliet, cross runway 4.
Papa Charlie Juliet, cross runway 4. Okay.
I'm trying to stay connected here, but I think we might just have to
That's 1848, descent to maintain 2000.
down to 2000, ExecJet 1848. Oh my goodness.
Where's the set Delta 75, flight level 340?
Delta 75, Washington.
Any ideas how to improve frame rate?
47, I did.
0540, I did. Delta 75.
Scandinavian 925, heavy wind 0109 or 1 right clear left.
Clear land, 1 right, Scandinavian 925.
Delta 75, with a contact at Kissel VOR for level 2.
The frames go up to 30 when I switch to this.
Rouge 1650, we changed altitude.
Southwest 615, descend via the Krish 3 arrival. Expect the visual right true left approach, the Baltimore altimeter true 025.
Alright, well, I'm tired of fighting with this thing, so we're just gonna finish the flight here on our own off of VATSIM, because I don't want to mess around with it. So we'll make our turn for final here, capture the glide slope, and then we'll begin our descent. So there's the runway right there. So let's check our VRO speeds. We're gonna get flaps 45, 123. We'll slow to 180 right now. Plane should begin to line up here. Make sure we got approach mode on. We do. Alright, let's butter this landing. Let's keep on slowing this down. Go flaps. Capture the glide slope. Gonna go gear down. Hopefully. try and butter this. And we'll go flaps 45 for our slow approach here. The thing I like about ActiveSky is you get a lot more movement with the wings in the air and stuff. You can see the plane's kind of rocking around a little bit if you pay close attention to it. Thousand feet checked. I feel like we're kind of low, but I think we're alright. Don't see any pappy lights at this, but I guess it's because it's a smaller airport.
500.
Autopilot.
Turn that off.
Minimums. 100. 50. 10.
A little bit off the center line there. So I have no clue where the airport is or anything about this place. I think we're gonna go up here. Yeah, we're gonna go up to Charlie because we're gonna go into this general aviation ramp up here. Alright, thanks for joining, Carson. See you. We'll take off our landing lights. Bring our flaps up. So we're going to go Charlie, Victor. Into our general aviation parking. Turn that overlay off, we don't need that. Let's get our AP started up. think we're just going to take our jet right over here to our hangar. We'll set our brakes. Alright, so let's check out the replay here. See how well we did, or how bad we didn't do, I guess. So guys, hope you guys, those of you that tuned in, enjoyed the stream here. Be sure to stay tuned for any upcoming videos that I have. We're definitely going to continue this stream series in our next episode, which will be a 757 flight from Richmond up to Baltimore. Another short flight. And we'll continue making our way around the United States. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this flight. If you did, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and more streams that will be coming soon and later on this week. Also, on the end screen, be sure to check out my latest video and anything that might be recommended for you. Until next time, this is Josh, the Limitless Pilot.